Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, coming at you with another video. This time it was something that you guys selected. The other day I posted a poll on my Instagram stories asking if you would want to talk about tips on going vegan or global warming, which is a topic that I'm still going to talk about, but not in this video. And you guys have chosen the going vegan basic tips or beginner tips on basically how to go vegan and stay vegan. So I'm going to be giving you like a step-by-step kind of regimen, so to speak, on how to do this properly, give or take. Have in mind also that everyone is different. I pretty much went vegan overnight and I've been vegetarian for the majority of my life. Never been a fan of meat. Basically it was a very normal occurrence for me. So everyone can be different. For some people it takes more time. Everyone has their own path that they follow. And the fact that you've clicked on this video and you're showing interest also shows a lot that you're showing interest and you want to make yourself healthier and make the world a better place. So kudos to you. Like I said before, this is going to be a step-by-step kind of thing. And the first thing that I want to start with is the fact that you should do research before going vegan. Now, I personally had always been an advocate for being plant-based, being animal cruelty-free, sustainable, eco. At least recently I've tried to be more sustainable than before, but either way, in my opinion, everyone should do research, look it up. It may not be for everyone, or as I like to think, it's not in the stars for you at the moment, but hopefully later it will be. So my advice for you is to do a ton of research, look online, look for films, documentaries, articles. There are many films and documentaries you can watch about this topic. For example, very famous and everyone and their mother talks about is of course Cowspiracy. This one in particular, they go more in depth about how it is more harmful for the environment, and it is very convincing. A lot of people who watched this film felt very emotionally attached to the animals that they were seeing on the screen, and it was enough to convince them even to change their lifestyle. Another one that I also want to recommend for those people who are more interested in seeing the health benefits, and it's by the same people who created Cowspiracy. It is called What the Health, and in this film they go more in depth about how it is healthier to be vegan. So the next thing that kind of goes hand in hand with the do research part is of course talking to other vegans, talking to people that basically have experience and could provide some insight and help, one of them being me, of course. So if you aren't lucky enough and fortunate enough to have any vegan friends, you can always look up vegan forums on Facebook. I follow a bunch, even just, to meet other fellow vegans and also just exchange information, exchange recipes, tips, items that people use for cooking as well as others, because I'm also very much in the fashion industry, so very often I will ask other people where they can find fabrics and materials that are vegan. Of course, if you will have any questions or any confusion, you can always feel free to comment down below or send me a DM on Instagram. Of course, all of my socials will be posted on the screen for you to click and see at any time. So yeah, talking to people. It's important to talk to people. Let's say you've done all of your research, you're pretty much convinced that this is something that's for you and you want to dive deeper. Really huge thing you should have in mind. Now, not everyone is as crazy as I am to just dive deep, head first into the deep end and begin their journey there. Some people can be easily discouraged because a lot of mistakes can be made. I know I have made many of them. And some people just need to take it step by step. And I would recommend this to honestly everyone, even those who are hot-headed and just want to go for it, So like I was saying, starting small, cutting out red meat, or just cutting out dairy or meat altogether, whatever suits you best, but at the same time, starting with very small steps will be the best for you, for everyone, honestly, and will be a lot more successful for the future. The next thing I want to touch up on, and not everyone is quite fond of this, I know myself, I'm not the best at this thing in particular, but learning how to cook. No matter even if you're vegan or not, it is a very important skill to know, to have, and to even share with others. So I would recommend, if you are not the best at cooking, going online, looking up different recipes. It will not only encourage you to eat healthier, but also it is a great way to stay vegan, because, you know, just because there is vegan junk food out there in the world that you can buy ready-made packages of pâtés or falafels and stuff like that, junk food will always be junk food. It will not always be the healthiest, so I highly advise you that you just invest more in whole foods, of course. So the next thing that a lot of people don't really pay attention to, and it is also where a lot of people make a ton of mistakes because they don't pay attention to their body. Oftentimes, when your body is used to certain habits that you have, it will send signals telling you that you want this certain something, when in reality it's trying to ask for something else because it knows that this is the only way that it will get this certain resource for you. For example, oftentimes when we are craving something sweet and sugary, our brain is telling us these things because it is thirsty, it needs to hydrate, it needs moisture in our bodies. And it is the same for those who all of a sudden start to crave meat. It is mainly because you need more protein in your body. So, paying attention to the signals that you're receiving from your body and educating yourself on what each fruit and vegetable can provide to fill in these voids is also very important information to know, and your body will thank you for it, trust me. It is also important to know your details, how much of what you can eat. You of course don't want to overindulge in a certain thing. You want to be able to eat in a moderate way and just enough so your body is healthy, it is fulfilled, and you are giving everything that it needs. So the next thing is also very often ignored, and another reason why people really fail at going vegan, and it is because they don't supplement themselves. Like, okay, sure, when you go vegan, then you need to take a little bit extra more of certain things, but in my humble opinion, everyone in the universe should be supplementing themselves, be it a meat eater or a fruit and veg eater. So it's very important for you to supplement yourself when you're on a vegan diet. One of the most important vitamins are B12, D, iodine, especially for those with thyroid issues out there, iron, calcium. I will list down below really great companies that I personally purchase my supplements from. Some of them are Polish, for all of you Polish people out there watching my videos. It's really great stuff. They were recommended to me by my mom, who is really crazy about natural medicine and health and supplementation. Like, I really trust her judgment when it comes to these things. Hopefully I can do a video with her in the future talking about self-medicating, natural medicine and all of that. So maybe we can collab. Meal planning is also extremely important. If you are a person that can't be bothered to cook every day, very often what I would do is I would cook a huge pot of, let's say, a soup, and I would be eating this whole entire pot of soup during the week. Now, it could be boring for some people, like, oh my gosh, I cannot eat one thing for an entire week. It's horrible. But if you are a student, you are busy all the time, you can't afford to stand in the kitchen all day long, this is really helpful. Oftentimes what I will do is I will make a really big meal so it lasts me an entire week, and then I will eat it with different side dishes. For example, cut tomatoes, which is my favorite. I will put a little bit of cilantro in that. I will eat it with cucumber or pickles. I love my pickles. Okay, so the final tip that I want to give to you guys, and this is also a really huge motivator for people, and I know it is for me, is to give yourself a purpose. Ask yourself, why do you want to go vegan? Do you want to do it for your health? Do you want to do it for animals? Do you want to do it for the environment? This may seem like such a little thing to ask yourself, but it really helps you move on through this journey. And basically, people need a purpose to feel fulfilled and to motivate them to do certain things. So if you don't want to do it for yourself and you don't really care much for yourself, although you should care about yourself, because you are important and you're relevant. It is basically all around a lot better for the environment, but that will be a different topic for another day when we talk about global warming and how veganism and global warming go hand in hand and how one helps reduce the other. So I hope this video was helpful for you in some way, shape, or form. If you have any more questions or you want to see something specific from me, of course, don't hesitate to comment down below or send me a message on Instagram, on any of my socials, which will be floating around here. I will be posting one more video before the Christmas break. It will be about global warming, how veganism improves the global warming, what happens, how can we help, all little things like that that will be mentioned in the video. So that will be all from me. I will talk to you guys later, and